IBSL statistics test question. How do we find standard deviation and use it in problem solving is what we are going to learn here from the given data. I'm Anil Kumar. Welcome to my YouTube channel and the website Global Math Institute. In case you want to learn directly from me, feel free to send an email on globalmathinstitute@gmail.com. Our students are right there on the top, getting the best grades and admission to the best universities. In the series of statistics IBSL math, here is a very important test problem. Table below shows results of survey conducted in 208 randomly selected houses. We are given the number of beds against the number of houses. We need to state whether the data is discrete or continuous, find the mean number of bedrooms in the house, calculate the standard deviation of number of bedrooms per house, and then find the number of houses that have bedrooms greater than one standard deviation above the mean. Excellent question, which has been seen in the past test paper from where I have picked up. Now, let's begin with finding the mean. So, this example is kind of a weighted mean, right? What we are given here is that there are 41 houses out of 208 which have one bedroom, 80 which have two bedrooms, 60 which have two bedrooms, 52 with three, 32 with four, 15 with five, and 8 with six bedrooms. So let's find how many bedrooms are there in all. Okay, so it is not the number of beds, it is number of bedrooms. Okay, in short, we have written, right? Rooms. Okay, great. So 1 into 41 gives us 41 itself, 16 into 2 gives us 120, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 5, 15, 4 times 2, 8, 4 times 3, 12, 5 times 5, 25, and 6 times 8, 48. So these are the total number of bedrooms. Let's find the sum of these, right? So 41 plus 120 plus 156 plus 128 plus 75 plus 48. I like you to do your calculations along with me, right? So the sum of bedrooms over 208, right? Which is 568 over 208. So we'll divide this by 208 to find the number in decimals. I'm going to round this to 2.73. Correct. So we found that the mean in this particular case is 2.73 per house. So that is how we are going to do the first part. Now, second part of this particular question is we need to find the standard deviation, right? So deviation from the mean, right? That is what we are interested in. So just now we found that mean is 2.73. So let's say, let me write down now mu equals to 2.73, correct? We're going to use this value, right? So let's say the values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the bedrooms. Let's call them x values, right? So we make a column for x minus mu. So 1 minus 2.73, right? Which gives us negative 1.73. Now, 2 minus 2.73 will give us negative 0.73. Let's do 3 minus 1.73, 2.73. So will give us 0.27. 4 minus this number will be positive 1.27. 5 will be 2.27 and 6 will be 3.27. Makes sense, right? So that becomes x minus mu, right? Now we need to find what is x minus mu whole square. So we'll square all these numbers, right? So 1.73 square is equal to 2.9929. 0.73 square equals to 0.5329. 0.27 square is equal to 0.0729. 1.27 square equals to 1.6129. 2.27 square now. You see, we are finding the square of these numbers, right? 5.1529. And now 3.27 square, 10.6929. So we found the squares, right? Because to find the standard deviation, we find the squares of x minus mu. So x minus mu is the deviation, right? So we are finding square of that deviation. What is sigma equals to? Sigma will be this deviation square divided by the number of houses. However, you know, there are 41 houses, right? So let n be the number of houses, right? In that case, we have to now multiply this by n, right? So that we understand how many total of these are, right? So let's do that. So we have 2.9929 times 41, which is 122.709, right? Correct. I'd like you to do the calculations along with me. 0.5529 times 60. Because there can be calculation mistakes, right? This is 33.174. 0.0729 times 0.27. Sorry, 52. So 0.0729 times number of houses, 52. 3.7908. Now we have 1.6129 times 32. That gives us 51.6128. 5.1529 times 15. That gives us 77.2935. And now 10.6929 times 8. 85, 54, 32. Correct. So we got all these numbers. Now, what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation is square root of sigma of n times x minus mu whole square divided by the total number of houses, right? So let's add them all, right? Total number of houses we know is 208. And let's add these numbers 122.709 plus 33.174 plus 3.7908 plus 51.6128 plus 77.2935 plus 88.5432. Okay, great. So we have a number here which is 377.1233. We are going to divide this by 208. So we get square root of, I'm writing all these numbers so that if there's a mistake you can check, right? 81309. Let me write like this, right? And now square root of our answer gives us a value 1.34. So we can round this to 1.35, okay? 1.3465. So 1.35 is what we get with all these calculations. Is that clear to you? Correct. So we kind of round it. So it could be 1.34 or 1.35. So that becomes your standard deviation. Is it okay? So we have mean of 2.73 and a standard deviation of 1.35. I hope you have understood these steps. So what we did was we subtracted from each value the number of bedrooms, our mean bedroom, and then we squared that number multiplied by the number of houses to get the deviation, right, using the formula. So 1.35. So let's write down what we got. So we got a mean of 2.73, standard deviation of 1.35 or 34, right? Now we need to answer, find the number of houses that have bedrooms greater than one standard deviation, right? So one standard deviation. So we had a mean and we have already calculated the standard deviation. Mean is 2.73 and 1.35. 2.73, 1.35 is the standard deviation. So basically, if I want to go more than this, right? So what is mu plus sigma is 2.73 plus 1.35, and that gives us 2.69. Sorry. So 2.73 plus 1.35 gives us 4.08. So we are looking for now the houses which have more than 4 bedrooms, right? So it says find the number of houses that have bedrooms greater than one standard deviation above the mean. So more than 4, right? So more than 4 means house will have 5 or 6 numbers, correct? So total number will be 15 plus 8, right? Is 15 plus 8. Makes sense, right? So that becomes the answer for this particular question. So there are 23 houses where the mean is more than one standard deviation away. So I hope you've understood. We began this question with the data given to us. So part A, I did not answer, right? Part A was state whether the data is discrete or continuous. Since we are talking about the houses in numbers, it is a discrete data, right? Perfect. So it's a discrete data for which we found the mean number of houses. It was like a weighted mean, right? and then the standard deviation, and then number of houses which are more than one standard deviation more than the mean. I hope you've understood all these steps. Feel free to write your comments, share your views. If you like and subscribe to my videos, that'd be great. Thanks for your time and all the best.